Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are back in a flash. The Cyclones taking on the Kings. Night Leaper, you are here with me one more time tonight. It is going to be a lot of fun in this last match. Your former team, the Cyclones, who currently sit atop the QRLS at 5-1.
Yeah, Pinky has done a great job this season with the Cyclones. I do love to see them, top of the top of the league. Last season, unfortunately, that was not a spot we got to, more or less.
Yeah, no doubt. Big turnaround so far early on in the season. However, the length of the QRLS season does have to come into play here when we're talking about season starts. We have seen a former Clarity United squad start a season 5-1 and end the season 5-25 in the past. So longest losing streak in league history. That's one that will always stick out in the QRLS mindset, especially when you see a record like 5-1.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in the following weeks. It's possible they just haven't played any teams that could best them. The Kings do have a pretty solid lineup, and it is going to be a challenge here tonight. However, the Kings are on a 2-4 win-loss here, only winning 1 week, and getting swept in another, I believe. So it's going to come down to who are the teams putting up.
Kings have actually, Leaper, lost both of their weeks, and after week 1, they effectively had to reset the team due to an early retirement by one of their players. So, pretty much Blubbernut, the captain of the Kings, former league MVP and 2-time champion here, trying to lead this new squad to their first series win of Season 6. However, on the flip side of things, the Cyclones have to be on top of the world right now mentally.
Yeah, mentally the Cyclones definitely are, feeling pretty high up there. Pinky being a new captain, he's doing a very good job. He's definitely feeling it. As far as Blubbernut goes, he has been on the Kings for quite a while, and he did win the MVP. The Kings did take the championships in, I believe, Season 4. So it is a completely different team from then, but, it is something Blubbernut is capable of.
Yeah, and obviously Blubbernut also winning a title in Season 2, the famous Season 2 reverse sweep in the finals with the Kings franchise as well before he was a captain. So we have players in the lobby, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. That means kickoff is just about underway. Go ahead and make your last-second predictions, ladies and gentlemen, because we have channel points, we have rewards, we have merch stores. Spend it all, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be fun. The last match of the night here for week number 3, but we have more matches tomorrow. 2 matches, a doubleheader tomorrow.
Yeah, I am on one of those matches tomorrow with the Speed Demons. Definitely looking forward to that. We were coming off of a win from last week, so those are definitely going to be some exciting games to see.
And ladies and gentlemen, players are starting to hit the field, and it looks like the Kings are going to start tonight with the same lineup we saw last week with Blubbernut, Squiddy D, and Butcher. And the Cyclones are not putting in Crocs with Socks, who had a Player of the Week bid last week. Didn't end up getting the award. However, Mimsy back on the field here in week number 3.
Yeah, I mean, they're both running very strong teams here. Starting off very quick, kind of with a Kings offensive, very strong here. We'll have to see how this game plays out. Squiddy and Butcher both relatively new here to the Kings itself due to some, like you said earlier, recent players retiring. So we really have to see how this new team works out.
Big save there by Squiddy D. Big push here by ZDL Pinky. Ball rolling in front. Rees now, one of the rookie sensations that has the potential of getting Rookie of the Season this season. Big save there again by Squiddy D. This time we see a push by the Kings.
Yeah, Rees is definitely up there for Rookie of the Season. He has shown himself quite well here on the Cyclones as their kind of free agent pickup. Big demo there by Rees. Blubbernut did not want to leave that unanswered. It's chaos out here.
Squiddy D trying to get the offense going for the Kings. Blubbernut on the far side collects this thing at the mid, looking for something off the ceiling, doesn't quite get it. Big 50 by Butcher there at the mid, keeping the pressure off of the Cyclones. Cyclones now. Reese can't get the double tap. Pinky looks for the back pass. Pass from Blubbernut to Squiddy at the mid. Nobody there to shoot, however, as the Kings reset on offense. Butcher off the back wall. This one rolls down. Reese tries to collect. Blubbernut can't get the shot he was looking for. And you know he wants that one back.
He definitely does. The Cyclones are holding a very strong defensive here, which is going to be one of their key points if they want to take this home, because the Kings are very offensively strong team, and you can kind of see it here. The Cyclones definitely are kind of in more of a defensive position, but as I say that, Ree kind of sneaking up on us from the corner after this shot, little pass to himself. Unfortunate center there from Squiddy. But way to be there by Reese.
Yeah, Reese in the right place at the right time. Squiddy just didn't get enough mustard on that one to clear that thing out of goal path. And now the Cyclones take a 1-goal lead here in game number 1. Squiddy D, a former Most Improved Player Award winner, I might add, trying to get this thing back into the offensive zone for the Kings. Mimsy keeping the pressure on. Reese, big push there. This one rolls down towards the net, but Squiddy corrals it out of the net. Pinky keeping the Cyclones on the offensive.
Yeah, I mean, they already have a goal here, and great save there by Reese. But, you're always looking for that second one, no matter what team it is, especially with this much time left in the game. 2 minutes 40 is not at any kind of point in the game to sit back and focus on a defensive.
2:30 to go. Still only a 1-goal game halfway through this first game in the 3-game series. Cyclones have the lead, and we will see if we can't see another goal here, potentially to tie this thing up by the Kings as Butcher pushes the offensive agenda. Pinky gets the ball after a beautiful demo, and the Kings trying to re-corral as they have the respawn in that same corner, and the Cyclones just look in control here.
They do. You can see the teamwork. There is a surprising amount of teamwork and chemistry going on here between the Cyclones. They all seem to be very familiar with each other's play styles, and that's definitely helping them a lot here.
Blubbernut misses wide as it rolls up the post. They teed it up for him, and he couldn't get the job done. The all-time leader in goals scored in the QRLS is going to want that shot back.
He definitely does. That's his second one that was just so close to going in. They're really starting to feel it here, especially at the minute 30. They really need those goal shots that they're getting in.
Butcher, possible shot opportunity. Blubbernut again, this time thwarted by a Cyclones defender. And now with 1:22 remaining, can we sort of sense the urgency kicking up for the Kings?
We can. I mean, you can see it just in their play style. They're moving a lot faster, a little bit more haste in their movements than what was going on beforehand. Beautiful shot there by Squiddy. Got it just around the Cyclones defense. I believe that was that Mimsy he got it around. Beautiful shot there by Squiddy.
Great shot, and this immediately changes the whole dynamic of this first game as the Kings tie this thing up with 1:07 to go. Cyclones now looking to answer back. Reese pushes this one. This is towards the net. Blubbernut with a beautiful save, former savior of the season himself. And now we see Reese another shot, this time Butcher with the save. Blubbernut looks for the 50, gets half of it, and now Squiddy D off of that sidewall trying to possibly score another one for the Kings. Blubbernut puts one towards the net. What a save by Reese!
Yeah, I mean, with 40 seconds left, these players are moving like as fast as possible. They want a goal or anything right here. They do not want this overtime. And, you can really start to see how these players are moving in a more nervous environment.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because even just the thought of overtime as the clock is ticking down starts to get the nerves rolling, starts the sweat to start coming out of your pores. There's a lot that goes through your mind in these 10 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. And, with 7 seconds left, you never want it to be in any of your corners on defensive. And an unfortunate, was that a back pass or was it Reese's final desperate shots before his demolition? Either way, almost an opportunity for the Cyclones.
And we have overtime. Mimsy's towards the net. Net's wide open. And it's over just like that in 4 seconds.
Wow. The Cyclones, I guess all they needed was a fresh start. They really did not want to make this go any longer. Butcher just unfortunately a little bit too close on the follow up. One thing I would like to point out, I forgot to mention, is Butcher, a previous Cyclone here, is going against the Cyclones.
Yeah, no doubt. And ladies and gentlemen, what a game one. 4 seconds into overtime is all we needed. Cyclones improved to 6-1. That is their 4th straight game one here in the QRLS this season.
Yeah, I mean they're really putting on quite a show here. Almost an exact opposite of last season's Cyclones.
And we are going to see if the Kings can answer. Obviously, the Kings do have a little bit of sub room. They do have Hazius on the bench as their 4th man. There a potential we see him here tonight?
I think there definitely is potential. I mean, especially with the Kings coming in with a loss here, it is. I would not, I would not doubt that Blubbernut is considering putting the sub in.
Yeah, and we will see what the strategy is here. I do not even see Crocs with Socks in the lobby for the Cyclones, so they may just be stuck with the Reese Pinky Mimsy combo, which obviously worked out here in game number 1, so no complaints there if you're the Cyclones so far. Game number 2 is about to be underway. We will see how this lineup shows here for the Kings. And Butcher does come back, and so does Squid, so it looks like both teams going to run the same lineup here in game number 2.
Yeah, and Cyclones are doing very well with the lineup they got. However, the Kings are still making them work for it. Win or not, that game was very close. And an early shot here by Butcher. What a great shot here by Butcher.
A beautiful redirect there by Butcher. Wasn't even looking at the net. Pointed that thing right at the middle of that big rectangle, and we have a 1-goal game. 3 seconds in. That was quicker than the overtime goal.
Yeah, Butcher is a great player when it comes to the offensive. Definitely, always looking for the shot, always looking for that goal, and he gets done what he wants to most of the time.
Kings take the lead here in game number 2, their first lead of the night. Big demo there by ZDL Pinky.
Double demo.
Mimsy could not get the double tap. However, he got some bumps there in the back end. You'll see in the replay here, Mimsy playing cleanup.
Yeah, I mean, what a play here overall by the Cyclones, coming up from the double bump, double demo, getting up into the offenses. Reed with just a beautiful shot, just lining the side of the fence, leaving no room for Squiddy to get that out.
1-1 now, as this game is now, just as it started, tied here between the Kings and the Cyclones. This is game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. The Cyclones lead this series 1-0, and the Kings looking to avoid losing their 3rd straight series here this season, coming off of a losing season last season as well. Kings now. Blubbernut pushes this one in towards the zone. Squiddy D off the near post, pass to Blubbernut. You love to see the passes.
That was a great pass. Blubbernut, again, exactly where he needed to be. He saw what was going on here. Pinky, unfortunately, just can't get up quite quick enough. Maybe he didn't see, Blubbernut kind of sneaking in there. Quick as you like.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is your all-time leading goal scorer. It is almost as sure as death and taxes to see Blubbernut score in a QRLS game. So beautiful job there. Kings retake the lead, their 2nd lead of the night here, 2nd in this game alone, and we have 3:50 to go on the clock. Kings looking to even the series, Cyclones looking to take it here in game number 2. A lot of offense here by the Kings. This is already the same score as game number 1, just the other way. What a save by Reese.
Yeah, what a shot by Squiddy. Reese, great backball play there. He's really been on the defensive these past couple games. He is, if not one of, the Cyclones' most reliable players.
Pinky kisses this one up to himself, looks for the double tap. Reese off the back wall. Mimsy's there. Can't quite get the shot on, but he kisses it into the corner, resetting the offense. Looking for something spicy. Reese, top down. Pinky to follow. Bounce shot off the top post.
Huge center there by Reese. An unfortunate bounce by Pinky. I know that just went a little bit higher than he wanted to, but wow, a great play here overall by Mimsy. Taking it down to the corner, pass to himself after getting past 2 of the Kings guys. Actually, all 3 of them in total. almost stole the win here.
Big shot there by the Cyclones. 2-2 by the Cyclones now as they have answered once again. However, they still have yet to lead in game number 2. 2:50 to go. We will see if that changes here for the Cyclones franchise. Rees now off the back wall. Beautiful clear by Squiddy D. ZDL Pinky keeping his team alive here on the offensive. Still more pressure from the Cyclones, but Blubbernut off the ceiling. Looks for the clear. Down to Butcher. Butcher into the offensive zone. This one goes back towards the goal, but a big boomer by Mimsy to reset the offense for the Cyclones.
Yeah, Kings are, picking up their offensive here a little bit. It seems like the Cyclones are too. They have definitely settled here with, I believe, 2 unanswered or 1 unanswered. They're definitely, kind of keeping the Kings on their toes. But as I say, that Squiddy with a great shot from the corner, I believe, putting it just over 2 of the Cyclones members.
Great shot indeed as the Kings have come out swinging here in game number 2, looking to even up the series. Another great goal there by Squiddy D. As I mentioned, he is a former Most Improved Player award winner. Great job there by Squid and the Kings. 2 minutes to go here, Leaper. Anybody's game still, but the Kings, Blubbernut puts one in, 2-goal cushion.
2-goal cushion is something you definitely like to see here in the QRLS, especially with teams of this standard. I know Blubbernut's definitely happy with these ones. No more goalpost blocks for him. Going forward, they're going to be a little bit more comfortable, I believe, but they cannot relax or else they will fumble.
Yeah, and that's honestly a great point. There's so much nerves that happen when you start going down by more than 1 goal. It's hard enough in QRLS to get 1 goal, let alone 2. So we're going to see how the Cyclones can answer here in game number 2. Squiddy D corrals this thing in the defensive end. 1:30 to go. Rees pass to Pinky. What a play, but Butcher with the save.
Yeah, Butcher definitely saw that Squiddy just did not have that second save there. And, way to be there by him. Definitely a good read. And with total control over the ball, Squiddy with another great shot. How did Rees get the save? What a save.
And a big shout out to Crocs with Socks, who is a member of the Cyclones, who has just gifted a sub here during this match. Great job. Thank you, sir, very much and very kindly. Beautiful demo as the Cyclones now trying to get a goal quickly. Rees, pass down to Pinky, nobody home. Mimsy keeping the pressure on. The Cyclones getting a lot of opportunities here.
Ooh, a little bit of a miss there by Rees. Almost an opportunity for the Kings with a great shot by Butcher, but, it's back in the offensive and a huge tap by Rees, just a little bit too high there on the goalpost.
35 seconds to go. The Cyclones need a goal effectively now if they want a chance at 2. Rees now. Kiss up into the mid. Butcher trying to get this thing cleared. Rees looks for the 50, misses the net, however. Pinky back to Mimsy. Mimsy towards the net. Pinky again. Mimsy again. No! Big clear there by Blubbernut.
Yeah, great rotations here by the Kings. There was a lot of There was a lot of spots there where the Cyclones could have got one, but the Kings, very quick, very fast, and getting back to a defensive position.
And ladies and gentlemen, a fitting way to end the night is a 1-1 series going in to Game 3. And once again, Crocs with Socks with another gifted sub. Big shout out there, sir. Thank you very much for your generosity. We are going to see 2 teams that have both taken a game in this series, and it looks like the Kings started firing on all cylinders there.
It definitely did. I mean, if you look at their points, they're all very close to each other. All members do have a goal as well. 3 assists from Squiddy is crazy. He has an assist on every goal that isn't his own, which just goes to show, what kind of player he is.
Yeah, that is the first playmaker of the season. So great job by Squiddy D to get the team involved, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. And the Cyclones, I think what they're looking for is maybe just a more coordinated offense, because the Kings are a wall, and unless your rotations are spot on and shots are accurate as a sniper, they're not going to be able to break it.
And we will see how this game number 3 goes. This one is for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this game is going to win the series here tonight. First time these two teams have ever played each other in the QRLS, and we could not ask for a better series. Players now loading back into the lobby. We're going to see the lineups here. Squiddy D, Blubbernut, and Butcher remain on the Kings, so we will have all three matches running all three lineups exactly the same. A little bit easier on the stat sheet tonight.
I know, not a night for subs. I don't think we've seen any tonight. Obviously not a good night for subs, but for the teams that have won, and even the ones that have lost, the captains are making the plays they think are best suited for their team.
And a big offensive pressure already from the Cyclones. Rees up in the air. What a save by Butcher. Just shoots that thing out towards the corner to prevent the goal. Two Cyclones were there looking to score.
Yeah, and, 4 minutes 30, it's anybody's game. No goals. Kind of a battle in the mid going on. And, they're both fighting their hearts out here. Both teams looking for this win here. Definitely don't want an overtime. An overtime in the third round on a tie is one of the most nerve-wracking moments of your life if you get into a situation like that.
No question at all about that one. And, it is honestly one of the most crazy feelings, too, knowing that, the game is on the line for one single goal, and that one's guaranteed. So a lot that goes through your head in those short moments, but nonetheless, 0-0 here, 3:45 remaining. Kings and Cyclones series is tied. Pinky, back wall, great catch by Butcher to prevent the double tap.
Almost a pass there to Reed, just a little bit wide, although maybe a pass to Pinky. Almost a great shot and goal there by Pinky. Definitely caught the Kings a little bit off guard there with that pass. I think they just thought Reed may have missed the goal. I wonder if we're going to be able to get to see some of these team plays later in the game.
Yeah, no doubt. That honestly, all series long, it seems like the passes have been on point from both sides. So we're gonna see if they can keep that dynamic up here with 3:05 to go. Still no goals here. This is the longest we've gone in this specific series without seeing a goal so far, and it is a good one. These guys all three of these guys on both sides are going to be back against the wall and or gripping that controller as best they can to try and seal the deal for their team. Kings looking for their first win of the season, and the Cyclones looking to improve to 7 wins on the season. Lot riding on this one, Leaper.
Yeah, and it may seem like the Kings have more at stake here, but the idea for the Cyclones to just have 3 weeks of wins in a row is also huge. And as a captain, you're definitely going to look for that. You have no sympathy, or maybe just a little bit of sympathy for the Kings here, but not enough where you're not concerned about winning.
ZDL Pinky catches at the mid. Beautiful demo! Blubbernut, however, catches this thing after the demo. 2-on-1. Blubbernut puts one towards the net. Rees, what a save there near side. Blubbernut almost took things into his own hands there.
A little bit of a pinch there by Squiddy and Butcher. You have to wonder if that was kind of planned or if it was just a kind of impromptu, but a great opportunity here for the Kings. We'll have to see if they can do anything with it.
1:44 to go. Kings and Cyclones still tied at 0. Much different game than we saw in the first two, as this one might only see 1 goal explosion if we keep this pace up.
Yeah, definitely with no subs in this game, there's no kind of different factors that these teams have to worry about. I feel like by this third game, they've kind of gotten used to who they're going against, but Butcher with an amazing ceiling shot right here gets it right over all of the Cyclones.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Pinky had a little bit of help on that one as that thing shot up to 73 miles an hour. Big shot there nonetheless as the Kings take the lead, and the Cyclones need to answer quickly as there is only 1:20 to go here, Leaper.
Yeah, big setup here by Blubbernut. Nobody to really take that aerial. That could have been a huge play for the Kings, making sure you get that, like you said earlier, that 2-goal cushion is major in the QRLS. And I think the Kings are still fighting for one right here.
Yeah, they certainly are indeed. And with 1 minute to go, Cyclones need to turn on the Jets, and it looks like they might. Rees pushes into the offensive zone, gets one back, puts it on What a save by Butcher.
Oh, Pinky just a little bit off. Can Squiddy get there in time for a goal? He can't. He takes it just a little bit too wide. But Reeves is coming up with a pretty offensive push for the Cyclones. I wonder, can they really turn this next 30 seconds into a goal?
Mimsy looked for the redirect there. That would have been a dagger if he put that one in, but 30 seconds to go. Mimsy trying to get a shot there from the mid. Nobody home. Reeves squeezes this one low, but Squiddy pumps the brakes and stops it. What a great read by Squiddy. That one could have squeezed by him easily.
The Kings and the Cyclones are just shaking right now. The Kings need this win. It will be their first of the season. And a huge block there by Squiddy, but no one's back to block the Mimsy. What a shot here. The Cyclones, great play. All three of them working for an offense. There was nothing the Kings could have done about that.
And this immediately gets serious, ladies and gentlemen. 9 seconds to go. We saw in game 1, the Cyclones scored in overtime in 4 seconds. Can they emulate that here again? Squiddy D puts it on net and scores with 2 seconds to go.
This may be the craziest.
What an insane shot by Squiddy. An unfortunate touch there. Nonetheless, the Cyclones just got that goal back, and now they're down by a goal. No time on the clock. This one's grounded. Great game. What a way to end the night.
This was an amazing ending to a game. Kings finally taking, that win that they've been searching for, and finally putting the Cyclones' reign of terror, reign of wins to an end here, at least consecutively. I'm going to say the Kings are really happy with how they played tonight.
No doubt. And ladies and gentlemen, we are paying out channel points right now for those of you who predicted the Kings to take this series. And Leaper, what an excellent night of Rocket League.
It really was. Of all the triple headers we could have got, these 3 matchups were great to watch. Great pair-ups, especially since some of these teams we've never seen before. It was really fun to see how these players kind of go against each other, and all of them were relatively close. There was no kind of major goal differences in any of the games.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us in the QRLS tonight. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for another doubleheader where you're going to see my colleague Night Leaper go in and represent the Speed Demons, so you do not want to miss any sort of QRLS action. We also have a match Friday night as well. As always, I am Little Bucket 59, a.k.a. the Commissioner. Keep it quick.